probably the most anticipated playoff series this year, I would argue.
Yeah, I
There's
think
two
so.
on my list of like I'm the most excited for. This one's probably number one or two. I don't know. But that's Buffalo Sabres versus Boston Bruins. And I've labeled this, is this the birth of a new dynasty?
That's a good name. That is a good name. I mean, considering Buffalo broke the I think professional sports wide playoff drought, right?
Yeah.
They had the longest playoff drought in professional sports.
Now it's the New York Jets.
Now it's the Jets, yeah, in the NFL. But I mean, what a feel-good story, right? Like, and not even just squeaking into the playoffs. Like, they were looking bad earlier on in the season, and people were talking about, Alex Tuck leaving, Tage Thompson leaving, and then they just completely turned their season around and they win the Atlantic. Like, that is a good story.
2010.
Yeah,
Bit of a Cinderella story there.
indeed.
And hopefully they can carry it through.
Mm-hmm.
But so they finished the year 50, 23, and 9 for 106 points. Unbelievable.
Very good.
Goal
50
differential, plus 47, like respectable numbers. Points leader was Tage Thompson. I think this is where things like, I don't know, you had something to say about the goalies and their save percentage. Why don't we get into that now? So as we break down each team's goaltending stats.
Sure. And then we kind of have that info.
Yeah.
So I believe the NHL, like the NHL.com writers and Sportsnet both released some articles about save percentage and average save percentage and how that's changed over the years. So this year, the average save percentage is under 900 for the first time in 3 decades. So that means that on average, NHL goalies don't have a 900 save percentage.
Yeah.
And this was from a couple of days ago, so it might have changed a tiny bit since I read this article. But the average at the time was a .896, and it was on track to be the lowest since 1994. Now, for reference, we have players like Logan Thompson, right, Washington, whose .912 save percentage ranked second among goalies with 50 or more starts, and fourth overall. So second among goalies with 50 or more starts, which is, I mean, 912 is good, but
very good.
Like Stuart Skinner had a 915 in his rookie season, and that was considered like very good. So, that's just for reference. But yeah, the thing is, like, goalies are saying that, back in the day they would just try and get in front of as many pucks as possible, and they wouldn't really care. Like the stats would happen because the shot's quality wasn't that crazy, and teams would just throw pucks on net. Like they would just every angle in the book, they would just throw pucks on net. But now, the average shots per game in the NHL is 27.8, which is the lowest total since the so-called dead puck era. That would have been the late 90s and early 2000s, when there was like all these like hooking and holding and obstruction rule changes kind of coming out of like the lockout, before the lockout, so they could create more goals. And obviously the changes have worked because there's lots of teams are now combining to score over, I think, 6 goals a game, which has been crazy, considering how low it's been. So what I'm getting at is goalies, for a variety of reasons, save percentage is going down, shots number is going down, but shot quality is going up because teams are now looking for perfect shots and doing that side to side quick lateral passes. And so I don't know actually how many goalies are actually up above 900. But, I mean, looking at Vasilevsky's at .912, Luukkonen's at .91, and they're like 3rd and 8th, respectively, in save percentage. Like, that's low back when Carey Price would have like a .93, right, when he won the Hart. Or it might not have been .93, but regardless. That's all to say that we should stop judging goalies just based off numbers and more based off of, like, what are they doing for their teams. Because, again, numbers will always lie a little bit, right? So,
yeah. The game's getting very fast and very accurate.
Yeah. Eye test is going to be a very important marker going forward for judging goalies.
Yeah. On that note, we'll get into Buffalo's goalies
Let's do it.
stats.
Yeah.
I did. So you'll notice as we go through teams, I included some goalies, or some teams with 2 goalies and some teams with 1 goalie.
Yep.
The 2 goalies is usually when they split the games almost 50-50, whether that's due to injury or they're just experimenting with their goalies. And that's the case for Buffalo. We have Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen,
UPL.
UPL.
6K.
35 games played, 2.49 goals against average, 122, save percentage 0.91. Alex Lyon, 36 games played, 2.74 goals against average, 20 wins, and .907.
I'd be confident having either of these goaltenders between the pipes for my team.
They're looking good in the back end.
Yep. I don't think they have any worries. One of them gets injured, the other will step up.
Yeah. Or if they just, one's getting tired, just switch them out.
100%.
Buffalo's in a good position
With their goaltending for
with
sure.
their goaltending.
Yeah.
And then, just some random stuff. They have, 6 players with over 50 points.
That's crazy.
And then, as mentioned before, first time being Atlantic champs since 2010.
I mean, I think that's something to be noted too, right? I mean, I said it before too, but the fact that they went last year, they had a good stretch, I think, to start the season, and then they really fell off. But the fact that, they were able to do something similar this season, kind of the opposite, where they started poorly and then they ended up shooting up and winning the Atlantic, I think it's
very impressive.
That's impressive. But all right, Boston. They finished the year with 45 wins, 27 losses, and 10 overtime losses for 100 points. So very respectable as well. 45 wins. Goal differential plus 22. And then their points leader was David Pastrnak. He had 100 points in 77 games, so really good clip. And then, for their goaltending situation, they basically ride or die with Jeremy Swayman. He played 55 games for them throughout the season, so that's 2/3 of the games, I guess, roughly. 2.69 goals against average. He won 31 of those games, so his win percentage was really high. And he had, again, a save percentage of .908, which seems low, but again, well over average.
I would say it won't be a battle of goaltending.
No.
As in they're so deadlocked even.
Yeah.
It's going to be breakdowns in other areas.
100%.
I would say most likely, like their both forward groups are really good. Defensively, maybe Boston is not as good as Buffalo.
Yeah.
But Boston did win the season series 3-1.
So the matchup there might favor Boston. Is Charlie McAvoy injured? I thought no, he's not injured, is he? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I thought he was injured recently, but I might be wrong. But yeah.
I'll give my thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
So Bruins went 25-10 since the NHL holiday break.
Mm-hmm.
5th best points in the league since the December 27th. Buffalo, like you said, they started 14-14-4.
It's not ideal.
No, that's not going to get you into the playoffs. Then they hired their new coach and went 36-9-5.
Holy crap, that is
for the
insane.
rest of the year.
Yeah.
Which it puts them first for most points percentage, highest points percentage.
That is crazy.
I do think Buffalo is going to win this. They're a hungry team.
Yeah.
They're not going to blow their playoff opportunity. I don't know what they'll look like next year. Will the new coaching change honeymoon period die off?
I don't know. That's yet to be seen, I guess. But
that's not something they're worried about right now.
No.
But I will say, Boston's retool, impressive.
Yeah, mid-season, that's pretty good.
They did a very good job from not going to playoffs last year to making it this year.
Yeah.
I think they still need to put in a couple more pieces. But I don't really see them ever needing to go through a rebuild for the next while.
Not for a little while, anyways. I mean, I guess past is he getting older?
He's getting up there, not
old, but
yeah,
he'll start slowing down soon. But I mean, I agree with you. I think Buffalo's going to take this series. But the one thing is they can't underestimate Boston. Boston, they have that playoff pedigree. Jeremy Swayman's been there, done that, right? He's been in the spotlight a few times now with Boston in the playoffs. I know they didn't do well 2 years ago. That was kind of Linus Ullmark and Jeremy Swayman tandem, right? Or a few years ago. But then, regardless, he traveled with USA to 4 nations. I know he didn't play, or did he? No, it was just Ottinger.
It was Ottinger,
for
and
the
then
one game, and then held.
No, Swayman. Oh yeah, Ottinger did that one game. And lost.
And then nobody else played in the Olympics. But was Swayman on Team USA for the Olympics? even though he didn't play?
I don't know. I'll look that up.
All right, but regardless, I think Swayman has a lot of experience. Boston has a lot of experience in general. Like they just kind of never go away. Like they're a gritty team. They can score. They can play hard, play fast. I mean, we've seen their like the archetype of Boston over the years. And so I think Buffalo has some good pieces to kind of counteract that. Like Tage Thompson's just a massive player. They added some grit on the back end with guys like Logan Stanley and Luke Shen midseason.
Well, and they have Rasmus Dahlin, who's
one of the probably a top 5 defenseman in the league at the moment. To be honest with you, is with just his overall play. So I think it'll be a very tight checking, low scoring series.
Yeah. And gritty. Like it's going to get violent.
Like these two teams are probably on paper like a perfect match physicality wise.
Yeah.
So I agree. I think Buffalo's going to take it in the end, but they just can't underestimate Boston in this.
No, it'll be tight.
Yeah, because I mean Boston had 100 points. That's top of the Pacific.
That's only 6 less than Buffalo.
It's only 6 less than Buffalo. And I mean, maybe they got a few gifts from like loser points. Actually, they got the same amount of. No, wait, hold on. I'm looking at the wrong record.
Like loser points, they only have
got
one
more.
less.
Yeah, so goal differential, like Boston is a little bit less, but still, both teams are really good. I think that's what I'm trying to get across here. But I think Buffalo with their youth and kind of just their, like you said, first opportunity in a while. I think they're going to take it and run with it.
So prediction for where does this round go to?
I'm thinking Buffalo in 6.
That's kind of where I was thinking as well.
Yeah, it seems. I think it'll go back and forth. I wouldn't be surprised if we go 7. I would be surprised if it's anything less than 6 though.
I think it'll be like Buffalo wins. I think it'll go Buffalo wins 2. Ottawa, Boston will win 2, like at home and then away, and then Buffalo's gonna run away with it.
I see the vision. I think Buffalo chokes game 1.
Okay.
They choke to the pressure game 1, but then they win game 2 at home, win game 3 on the road, and then lose game 4 on the road, win game 5 at home, and then win game 6 on the road. So that's I don't know. I think Boston will have a fighting chance. Jeez. Whoa.
Wow.
That was I do that all the time when my brain goes too fast. My mouth can't keep up. I definitely think it'll go 2-2. And then
at some
one
point
team
it will
take
be 2-2.
Yeah, I think one team will take it then at that point. After that, because they'll win game 5 and the other team just won't be able to come back. But it'll be a fun series to watch.
Yeah. This will
now the next series is going to be. This is probably so Buffalo Boston is really good.